Oh, hey, what? What's going on? Someone's here, someone's reading, maybe not. That was the whole purpose of this stream, because I didn't really want to take a video of my dog and talk smack about him. Hey! I tried to give you a blonde joke. Excuse me, goodness gracious, what just happened? But I was looking for the peoples, and my YouTube ran out of videos. I'm like, really? Where did everybody go? So I don't know where everybody's at. And I said, well, I still have a half a beer, so I'll go live and type it up so that the SCARF, who I don't know if anybody got took down. It's just no one's making videos on Thursdays right now, apparently. And I already watched True Stream Media, and that was bizarre because they oh yeah, we're playing hacky sack. You're bad. I'm bad, and I know it. When I wasn't talking, I wasn't coughing. I'm just surprised. Normally, there's no end to the people I'm subbed to having videos up. And it's kind of weird to be like, I reached the end of the internet. Now what do I do? I already have researched everything I want to research and know what I want to know. So might as well go and find out what other people are up to. Are you on the West Coast? I mean, is it only like 11 o'clock for you or something? Oh, right on. You're not in Nebraska, are you? Oh, 402, what's up?
I'm looking at Wyoming for the next place to go to, but some of it looks pretty unappealing because I'd really like to be able to get outside and be able to. Oh, you're in a worse place, bad city. Oh no, you're in Illinois. Yeah, Illinois is. Yeah, I've been in every state in the lower 48 and Canada and Mexico. Pretty far deep in Mexico, in fact. But yeah, there are there are places that I would have moved to 20 years ago that I would not move to today. That is for sure. I delivered pizza, so that was like I call ahead to the next state, live in a state for a year and a half, and call ahead, get a job, or not get a job, but just transfer and be like, I'm going to be there in 3 months. That was that was pretty lucrative. My best year was 40 grand, and I only paid taxes on 11. So not too shabby, but yeah, nowadays 40 grand doesn't sound like a whole lot of money. It's a whole lot more money than what I make now. But I look at the like when I got down here to North Carolina, and everything was online application. Yeah, yeah. I made 11. I made just under $11,000 last year. You're a Janny. Oh, custodian. I wonder about that because I'm getting tired of spending my summers out in the heat on the back of a mower. Like, I'm getting old. I like having the tan. Oh wait, custodian or you're literally a moderator for. Okay, you are a custodian. All right. Yeah. It, because I'm like I know how to clean. You know that's the first thing I did when I went into a restaurant. Yeah, it was clean everything. Hands and knees, middle of the night, bleaching floorboards. It's pretty easy. Oh, well, that's a whole lot nicer than what I was doing. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, you're not dealing with popping the headphones to go to work, right? So you're not dealing with like food mess, right? You're not dealing with that kind of mold and whatnot. You're like office spaces. I should that I like doing manual labor. Last uh, official job I had, I was a dishwasher on purpose. Well, well, yeah, but that's yeah, a face mask and a face mask and a pair of gloves kind of takes care of that. Illegals, poops from the illegals. Well, that this is a state job or what? Ah, my favorite was the girls' bathrooms, and they would. Yeah, no, right. Yeah, Mexico. TP goes into a trash bin. Yeah, Yeah, because that's you are not about to start clogging up the drain system down there. There's not enough water for it. And the worst part was the I want to say condom so bad, and that's not the right word. The bloody sponges. Yeah, that's right. Those things are, and sometimes those bitches wouldn't even put it. There's a liner. There's a bag of liners that's attached. I'm looking. I'm looking at it with my hands right now. There's a bag of liners that's attached to the. I can't even name it. Codex, Condex, something or tampons. Yeah. Oh, hey, tampon. It's attached right to the tampon basket, and so they would just stuff that plastic thing full, and then eventually one of them would take it out, but they wouldn't put it in another liner, and so there'd be this whole mass of bloody tampons sitting in this container. What's up, Radness? What are you doing up this late? Yep. Like, serious? Ah. Yeah, you got the right accent on that one. Not a mucho. So I don't know if you got to see the top of the chat, but my dog got me in a lot of trouble. Oh, dun 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 dun! You should go live and talk about it. Wake up! Time to die. Goodness gracious! My mother? What about my mother? So you see a tortoise. What's a tortoise? It's like a turtle, but it lives in the desert. Sorry, I can go on about that movie. I have the whole case that came with the little 3D cards. When you said that you had the special edition DVD, I don't know if you meant that you had the case for it, and it comes with a whole lot of stuff. It's now my dice box for for Dungeons and Dragons. But oh, lurker, lurker alert. So did you find it fascinating? No, no one's lurking. All right, let's go bomb Yoshi and tell him to wake up. Be like, wake up. Oh, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Blondie. 2049. No, no, not the same movie. Yeah, that. I will heartily agree with that. Yeah, that was really bizarre because I didn't even know that it was going to come out, right? Because I didn't know that 2049 was the Blade Runner sequel, and all of a sudden, oh, CinemaSins did a did a sin video on Blade Runner, and he's all because 2049 is coming out, I'm going to do it. It's all like, what is he talking about? And then it's like, oh my goodness, this thing is out in like days, or maybe yeah, days. It seemed like to me, but I don't ever go to the movies. I did get to go with my brother though, which was cool, super cool. Like, we don't ever get brother brother time. Johnny Walker. You mean the red label, not the black label? Or even more special than that? Oh, gotcha. Dart. Wait, what? No, I don't even know about that. Okay. I wouldn't doubt it's a cool bottle. Does it have lenticular printing on it? Excuse me. Yeah, that 2049 was definitely not as gritty. Way too many clean shots. Like a lot of clean shots. It was, well, maybe that's why they have a bottle for it. Huh. All right, I gotta figure that one out. Oh, the knob next door paid me. Woohoo! He gave me $200, but hey, I guess he's only got a postage stamp-sized yard, but it's really nice to have that $200. I can get a haircut again. I've been really fretting all this fur growing on my head underneath my hair. I'm still waiting for my hair to get longer before I reveal it to the streets. But uh, it's a difficult thing. So, like, oh, the guy's got a shaved head. Now he's got all this long hair after 3 years. Oh, what happens in November 2019? Is that in? No, I have no idea. I have no idea what happens in November. Rutger was a pacifist. That really kind of blows my mind because every single part he plays is this violent person. But it makes me happy because I'm a pacifist and I practice all those things that are martial in nature. But I figure the reason that I do it is because if I practice martial arts, then I know when someone is going to plan violence against me. Oh, that's supposed to be now. Oh, I got you. Excuse me. The movie takes place now. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's so not what's going on. uh, have you seen other Philip K. Dick stuff or read any Philip K. Dick? Woo! Getting old sucks. Yes, yes, child, it does. I want to go right back to 47 and do a. I want to have a new ignition switch put in. Be like, when I start up, I want to start up and go. Yeah, that's what Blade Runner is. Do android sheep dream? Yeah, the the dolphin book It's not a book. It's not even a pinky sized book. It's less than a pinky thick. That was a really good short story. The he has he is prophetic, which I think is part of the reason I really liked him, because he called out a lot of things that are going on, like C.S. Lewis and Huxley and all those guys. They were like, "Oh, hey, this this is what's going to be happening in the future." It's like, "Oh, yeah, it is." Flying eyeball acid, not flying axe blade, flying eyeball acid came out just before I started doing acid, and so I'd heard about it, and I knew people on the street that actually, yeah, I like Arthur C. Clarke. I'm trying to think about. Well, I know his name and I can picture his covers. Put it that way. I know I've read him a lot. But people on the street, the crazy people, the ones that talk to themselves like they were on a phone, but there was no phones back then. There was no concept of Bluetooth back then, and they tell you about these what we now call drones, but they call them the flying eyeballs. They're out there. They can see us. Some of them are stationary. I was all like, that's CCTV. They have that in England. They're like, no, these are flying ones. And now, here we are, and drones are prolific, and people talk to themselves all the time because they're on their Bluetooth. It's totally strange. It's like those people were crazy back then, but maybe they were just prophets that were living in the future. Who knows? I don't know. That's for sure. I can only conjecture. Oh, Arthur C. Clarke. No, I'm thinking of the Niven, Niven guy. He did integral trees. That was pretty good. That was stuck in like a ring planetoid. Ceiling fan, woohoo! Oh, right, okay. I've read though all I've read 2001, 2010. I don't think was there another one, but yeah, I mean, Hal is Alexa. Well, I didn't read that one because yeah, there you go. Wonder what that one says. We're like, it's gonna be like everyone's dead. Everyone's dead from vaccines and chemtrails and polluted water. Uh oh. Ricky's gonna be stuck watching the videos during the next series of storms next week. Oh, well, actually, yes, I do know that because I was comparing that to Yeah. Um, I was comparing that to the Foundation trilogy, uh, Asimov, and I was thinking that everything was taking too long. It was one of the things, though, that when I lived in Seattle and I encountered the traffic AI, they debuted that in 2002 in San Francisco and Seattle. And because I delivered pizza, I became very much aware of it. Yeah, even that word looks familiar, multi-vac. Multi suck your brains. And this was I was I was required to get a cell phone by my parents when I moved to Seattle, and then things happened. I, anyway, things happened. Like a really big thing happened. I'll just say it. Fuck it. I busted an entire uh, franchise corporation that was taking advantage of Pizza Hut. And I didn't know I was doing that. All I was doing was fixing stores. I was completely ignorant. But then I was getting gang stalked pretty heavily, and I had to leave. And but I called up my dad and I said, "Hey, come! I need to leave now. Come drive with me because there are things afoot that you need to know about." And we got out to the middle of Oregon, and I unleashed, and I was like, "Okay, this is what's going on." There's an artificial intelligence which is running loose in the traffic system. They're releasing the technology too fast. They're not allowing people time to get accustomed to work it. And then, ever since then, for the last 15 years, 16 years, 17 years, 16 years, that's been a common complaint is that they're just, they give you the new thing before you've mastered the old thing. And I'm like, they're turning us into servants because we're not mastering the old thing first. And um, my dad says, "Oh, it's great," because he's a boomer. He's a great boomer, grand boomer, whatever. And so, of course, he thinks it's fantastic because it relieves him the stress of learning something new. The old dog's not learning new tricks. So he's totally happy with this. And I'm like, they're taking advantage of you. But that's what that's what these people do. Like, I'd much rather keep it keep it real simple to typing, uh, and not be using my phone as a computer. It does come in handy, that's for sure. You're at the parts store looking for the proper flange for your mower that attaches to your spindle, and you're in a line with like six people. You're like, if I had the part number, that would work better. 2600 Canopa. Well, oh, yeah, that's a problem. That terrorism is a real problem. It should not be called terrorism. It should be called dreadism or horrorism. It should not be called terrorism. That's just the promotion of fear. I feel like, but I do that all the time. I want people to fear what's happening to them right now. Does that make me a terrorist? I hope not. Did he blow stuff up, like Metroid stations or something? That would be badass. I mean, that would be despicable. Excuse me. There's that one. Huh. How many apple seeds does it take to hide cyanide? That's a lot of apple seeds. My brother one time turned off the entire East Coast, like up to Virginia, just below New York. And this is when I was like heavy into being anti-government. Yeah, because that's ever stopped. But I was heavy into it, and and I thought he did it for me. I was so proud of him. I was all like, yes, but he just told the computer a wrong command. But it was great because I knew it was him because he called up my parents and he seemed scared that he was going to lose his job. I was all like, look at us now, look at our power. To all my friends in Arizona. Yeah, that's a difficult part right there. Yeah, I take these boys to the oh, how you say in English, uh, the uniformed Nazis of Arizona meetings, and I did, and the the helicopter was always with the police helicopter, always flew over their meetings, and I'd sit there in my Volkswagen bus as they went through their meeting because I give them a ride there and I give them a ride back because they were coming from the far east of the valley, and the first time I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that helicopter's flying over here. And so like, that helicopter's flying over here to keep tabs on them, not to surveil them, but to make sure that no one fucks with that shit. I was like, oh, that was a super eye-opening moment in my life when I realized that oh, there are people in the department that want these people kept safe. Like, aha! But I tried to never be part of that because I wanted to do it on my own. I didn't want to be part of a group. I wanted to slide in, slide out. Like even when I was dealing and stuff, I would find a person and turn them on, and then while I was there, I would front them, but I would always behave as if I was a customer as well as their friends. And so their friends didn't know that I was actually the supplier, if that makes any sense, which I know it does. And it works very well. um, until you finally get doxxed by someone that's part of a different group of Italians. Uh-oh, vaporizer making noises. Uh-oh. Can you believe that we smoke computers now? By Italians, I mean Vatican. I don't mean the other Italians. I mean the Vatican in particular. There's that's the hardest part for me on the interwebs is when people are like, "No, I'm Catholic," and I'm like, "Ah, yeah, yeah, those guys." See now, yeah, yeah, that's really wrong. To Yep, I spray paint, and but you don't shit where you eat, and if you do it on purpose, then then they're shits. Then they are the shits. You're like, you're a piece of shit. But not everyone uses the BMX and the skateboard like we did in the 90s. Hey, blue boxes, payphones, woohoo! I didn't know about the max headroom hacks until whatever 2011 when I got my first computer. Well, not my first computer, but my computer that I my first computer was in 1986, but that doesn't count for squat. I played Tetris. I played 3D Tetris. That was my big thing, and used it for design because we had a design program. But yeah, I didn't know about the max headroom stuff until 2011, maybe 12. I was like, oh, that's kick ass. Like, that's pretty great. I like Max Headroom. I like that whole show. Yeah. And the TARDIS. Dun. But the marble can tell you, even if it doesn't ask, what it wants to be. Like with carving wood, you know, sometimes the wood will tell you what it wants to be. That's what I've heard. Oh no, lasers here? Everybody clean up your language. Goodness. It's like we're a bunch of hardcore typists. We all just need to get jobs being data entry people. I wouldn't have seen it on the news either. No, I was completely anti TV. No, I had a backpack full of dope. So it was my show when I was at someone's house. I just go and sit in front of the television until they figured out to turn it off. I like mumbo jumbo. Don't kill it for me. Die, piece of wood, die. I end up with this like scarred piece of wood. Oh, that's right. I do work with wood. No, whoops. And actually, generally, I'm trying to make it conform to what I want it to be. That's for sure. That is for definite for sure. Like, I want this piece of wood to be this. Yeah. Is that a gloom tube the other day about the kids playing hackers against each other? Oh, Hackers. That's it. The movie Hackers. Wow. Yeah, that was not just the other day. To click on the red line and pull it to the right. I tell that all the time. I was so glad that someone told me that. I was like, oh, I don't have to listen to the stuttering. Sneakers was actually, I thought it was a great movie. Um, Hackers was just fun, but it was obviously cyberpunk. But I mean, oh, there's some of those produced by William Shatner a long time ago, and they would clap their hands to get into the internet, and then they go soaring around in their 3D glasses. That was that was interesting. I used to like want that to happen, but I also played Shadowrun, so antitrust. Ow! Ministry sings about Kent State. I had to go to the library to look that up because I was singing the lyrics. I was all like, "Oh, that's like that's not that's not short for Kentucky. that's that's short for something else." And then it was all like, "Oh dear, Microsoft." Microsoft changes their TOS August 30th, which is also the same day that the $5,000 a week from Publishers Clearinghouse gets announced. Oh goodness gracious! Anagram of Dove. I want to go back to Windows 8. Or no, that's what I have now. I want to go back to Windows 7. That was the best. I had Microsoft Suite with that. Oh, that thing was great. Everything that you wanted. It was right there. I loved it. I have 3 dead computers with Microsoft 7 on them. And I want to keep them just in case I can, like, fix a screen or get them repaired someday. Are we not men? 8? Yeah, well, 8's better than. No, I won't do 10. Yeah, right. they, I'm pretty sure they know most of it, since all of my emails, except for like 3, are on Google. It's just like nuts. There's no really escaping this anymore if you want to be on YouTube. But YouTube is really, it's the shit platform. Nothing else compares. The BitChute today, actually, their search engine gave me 22 results for Rucker Hauer, and they were all Rucker Hauer results, as opposed to normally when I use BitChute search engine, it is all over the place. It's just a little, hey, even a random reference to something, and they're like, "Oh, here, we'll put that in there," and they put them in there, and it seems like they're in order of most recent. And but for BitChute, I think they should go with most popular until until they're a little bit larger. Yeah, the and they didn't take my last uh, YouTube to post my videos when I went and put in my YouTube channel ID, and they had taken the first 2, but apparently 3 is the charm. But I don't know. Oh no, you don't have ad block? I don't know, like, where you go that. I mean, I don't go look at the Washington Post. So anything that says you need to turn off ad block, I don't. I'm like, okay, I don't need that. I'm not a researcher. Oh, like, no, ad block all the time. I think it's so funny when people U block. I don't know about U block. Yeah, ad block rocks. That's for sure. I didn't even know that a whole bunch of channels that I'm sub to have ads. Well then, Radness, check out the U block. That sounds like a good idea. Do you ever just want to get online and yeah, vacuum tubes for record players, especially get that pure sound. Uh, I've heard digital recordings of vacuum tube record players. and it sounds better than straight digital recordings of the song. And I was really surprised. That was one of those things I got into for, I don't know, 2 weeks in 2013. Like, wow, man, check out the clarity. There's depth to it. And I probably also got new speakers at the same time. So who knows? Who knows what that really means? I don't know. But I'm convinced by the not the advertising, but the rave reviews of it. Back when I used to read tech magazines and whatnot. So boring without all the ads. Yeah, right. Okay. So like a sarcasm detector. Uh-oh. Oh, how much sleep do I need? That's the real question. It's not like I really have to work tomorrow. I just have to go to work tomorrow. But I'm sorry, masturbation causes deafness? What? Say that again? Oh, I should get voice to text. Yep. People used to get offended by that. Yep. I got a banana in my ear. They used to really get offended by that in the 80s, in the late 80s. And I was thinking, man, they must be a whole bunch of studs. Yep. If they don't have this, yeah, what's the problem? I have to use a magnifying glass to see the ads in the porn magazine. I'm looking for that perfect girl. Don't get 5G. My dad got 5G right before Christmas. And this is true story. This is all true. Um, I didn't know he got this booster. I only knew that he had ordered it, and I had sent him like one video about 5G being pretty bad. But he got it 3 weeks before I knew that he had it. My body broke out, my whole body, like I was a teenager. I'm 49 almost, but then I was 48 and a half. And I also got tinnitus, and it is not stopped. And it is the most annoying thing. If I use audiobooks to sleep, and so I can block out the tinnitus. But if the audiobook ends, I'll wake up with that sound going on, and it's constant. Whenever I'm at the house, it's constant. It's super annoying. And then it took me until I started getting sunlight again in March, April, before before the all the pimples and pustules started going down. I have a box fan on constantly because I live on a highway. Yeah, when if I'm half asleep, if I'm in the hypnagogic state, I can hear I can hear music, I can hear hymns, I can hear angels, I can hear jazz, I can hear whatever I want to hear. Yeah. Oh no, no, I no. They also this thing is though is that Raleigh, where I live, it also rolled out 5G at the same time. So my dad somehow got advertised into buying the booster for the house at the same time that it was getting. Yeah, isn't it? And it's a high E, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. I was maybe a box van. Yeah, I was supposed to have an outbuilding, but that's not happening at this place. Yeah, things changed when we moved here. But then that was when I started healing up when I started getting vitamin D. So the 5G, as far as I know, causes your body to break out. So you look like Baron Tarkonen from Dune. I mean, it was bad. I mean, like huge pustules. Like I looked like Job from the Bible. Wicked evil stuff. Bloody nose every single night. I wake up, cough phlegm. It's disgusting. The grave, up from the grave he arose with a mighty triumph o'er his foes. He arose victorious over the dark domain. So I can sing the whole thing. Anyway, um, but it was only until I started getting vitamin D that the stuff cleared up. But I am totally scarred. My whole chest and arms are scarred from it. It's really disgusting. That and yeah, I just I want how do you make a video about that and post it on your own channel without showing yourself or saying that it's you? Be like, this is what happened to me when 5G got introduced here. But I coughed really hard one day. Like I coughed like a pot cough, like when you take a hit a pot and you're like pum pum and like your head rings and for like 2 days the tinnitus was reduced. For 2 days it was fantastic. It hurt to cough that hard. And I don't encourage myself to cough that hard. But that's been the only relief from the constant noise inside my head. My dreams are the most real dreams. If someone posts a video, this is true. If someone posts a video, let's say it's, oh, I don't know how to do this. Let's say it's about time travel, right? I'm asleep. The computer is on because I'm playing an audiobook and real low, like at volume 14 kind of thing. I will have a dream about time travel. And then when I get up in the morning and I turn on the subscription part, it will be like, here's a person that I'm used to watching has made a video about time travel. Thank God I don't dream about pedophilia because goodness gracious. But it's weird. It's more than weird. My buddy and I in Vermont, he didn't believe me about how bad phones were. Yeah. Well, what I'd like to do is go and put convince a bunch of football players from one high school that it'll be a massive prank on a different high school if they went and put tinfoil up on the next rad station that's just 8 miles down the road from me directly, which points at the nuclear power station, which is 8 miles down the road the other direction, and you can watch them fry the clouds. But I would just love to go and have a group of teens doing something like a prank, because they don't need to know I'm trying to destroy the system. And but I think that would be grand fun. You try to tell people on the internet how to, like they're like, you go to like Weather Warfare 101, and there's people in the comment section. They're like, hey, let me tell you like how you can do some sedition against these things that you believe that are affecting you because you lived through it, and you can also watch it. Like I turn on the AOS um, radar, and I can see where the next rat is pumping. Gotta breathe. And they're saying, hey, this is how you can go and do something against it. And and like everyone is stuck like me, and they don't know anybody. I mean, like we all know someone in another state, but I don't want to laser on my dog head. He's always got my back. He's just right behind me. He's my shadow. Uh, but people don't understand that there's ways to fight it, and that maybe some people know how to do it, because I don't want to put down in a comment section detailed directions. Like when, I have to bring it up. I'm so sorry. But I was like trying to be pretty stealthy about putting in how to rob a bank on a particular person that we all know and love channel. And he was just going down through the comments section, and he was reading all the comments, and I was all like, dude, come on. Like, don't tell the whole world. Just let those of us who are in the comment section, even if there's 2 or 3 glowies, they're going to appreciate it, because what are they? They're CIA. They want to hear this stuff too. And they're not going to bust you for it. They're the CIA. CIA doesn't bust anybody. They kill people. But they're not going to kill you for trying to knock over a bank. That doesn't hurt them. That gives them an opportunity to launder more money through that bank once that bank gets hit. They're like, yay. Ugh. Yeah, well, kind of. Well, the glowers get to you like mentally, but not. They won't actually ever go after you. I mean, they'll follow you all the way out to the middle of nowhere until you turn around and go to confront them. But because they want what you got, but there's no way that they're about to draw public attention to themselves. They want they want us to do the misdirection job for them. Basically, a poor Yoshi flying around the world, fucking up all over the place. I don't know, like, dude, you don't know you're a glowy. He's like, no, I hate the CIA. I don't know, like, yeah, but you're doing their job for them. I did it too, and I don't regret it. I used to be 22 once myself, but when I turned 24, then I started regretting it. I was all like, oh, damn, I have to work with these people or actually despise them. Oh, they got my VHS tape. All one of them. Man, that thing was good too. That was so much mind control. So much mind control. Oh, it was perfectly timed. They could run over and over again for like 6 hours at a time. And your party would roll for 6 hours at a time and it would start right back up again. I mean, we're talking spinning girls on the table, spilling booze on a table, and spinning a naked girl on a glass table. And wherever she like ends up facing, that's the person's drug that she gets to do. And that's the person who gets to lick her pussy while she's doing that drug. Like, yeah, like that kind of party. But yeah, I think about it, and I'm like, I had a really good time. But now I'm stuck in my own private custom prison. But at least I got a dog. Dogs are good. I'm like, I'm a rape victim. You ever notice that? Like all the rape victim girls, they all got dogs. That's the way I feel. I'm like, yeah, I'm no longer a rapist. I am now a rape victim. I wasn't a rapist either. Everyone volunteered to come to my parties. There was no coercion. There was just, damn, this is a sick party. But I do feel pretty special about avoiding them for so many years. Well, let me rephrase that. Staying quite literally not above, but one step ahead of the law. There is no freedom like having a warrant because all of a sudden you realize any contact you make with police is going to end you up in jail or worse, depending upon what's on you. And um, that's freedom right there because that makes your see the police were not my friends. No, they were not. They hated me. They're a bunch of Mormons, and elsewhere. But they but staying ahead of them kept me on tier, and I felt that I was on point for the most part. I even went and got like I exited out of an acid cabal and found my own cook and stuff like that. And these were illiterates and shit. That was a nice little 3 sips. Dang, y'all got me. So, what do you do with your? Do y'all have journals, or are y'all young enough just to have video logs instead? No, Ricky's young enough to, or old enough to have journals. But Butthead makes better pickles. You can make another account by going into your account and making. Uh, oh, I can't think of the name of it. Like I'm Millstone Paladin, and Millstone Paladin is under Buried Axeblade. Oh, you can totally let the glows know. The glows don't care. It's the cops that care. The glows know that anything that you were getting more than likely came from them, unless you deliberately went with homegrown weed, homegrown acid. I mean, I don't think you'd ever get homegrown coke, but you definitely get all kinds of different homegrown meth, which is one of the beautiful things about meth. Not that I want to extol meth, except that it makes you smarter, faster, and if you use it too much, then you get paranoid. But if you don't use it too much, then you're not paranoid because you're not using it too much. But you can definitely, but then you have, right. Meth is like having a VPN as long as you're not buying it on a corner every single day from the same guy. Yeah, you always have to have like 5 people that you're getting it from. And as soon as anyone starts like seeing shadow people, you're like, okay, I'll see you in a month or two. There used to be rules about that in the Mexican mafia about how long you could deal weed. Did you know that? You were not allowed to deal weed in bulk without changing providers. But anyway, man, that was so long ago. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you started a journal. On every other page on the backside, I write, "This is not blank," and then I go through it. And then when I get finished, I only pretty much write on one side of a page unless I'm writing a story, and then I'll flip and write and write and write and write and write and write. But then at the end of that one, I'll go to my next one, my next, whatever, 360 page college rule, etc. And I'll start in the back of that one, and I'll start in the front of the other one, and write everything that I wrote on the back side of the pages in reverse order on the next journal book. Yahoo! But that way, when I get into it and I'm writing, then I'll have an automatic, not new thought, but a return to an old thought in reverse order. And I think that all brings it back into circle. You could ask Classic because he got to look at a couple of my journals, and because like half of my journals are collages, and the other half of them are collages that I clipped out of comic books and pasted my own story going through. I was like, yeah, here we go. But I was hiding drugs in all of my books all the time. So duh, they're not called sheets for nothing. My mom, when I was so I lived with my parents technically in Vermont. When I moved back up from Arizona, and so I had an email address so that my girlfriend could get a hold of me. But the only computer that I could use was my mom's computer because my dad's computer has all kinds of local government shit on it. And he was afraid I was going to look up porn and ruin his computer, which I did. But like, don't fear it; it won't happen. Um, but so I would be gone for 3 days up to Burlington, and my girlfriend would send me these emails telling me how much she hated that I left her, and she was in no uncertain terms, fuck you, etc., etc. And but my mom had access to my email because it was on her computer because I didn't know what a password was, and my mom started replying to her. My mom started opening up when that happened. She quit sending emails and she started sending letters because we used to write each other love notes constantly when we lived together for the previous 3 years. My mom started opening up the letters and sending her emails. Ugh. Yeah, that was a death of a relationship of a girl that I would have married in a heartbeat. Oh, absolutely. I've made no, I have not made. I have had my boys make maple syrup at my fire from my trees. There we go. Because I had boys. I had boys. Yes, I did. A bunch of illiterate hillbilly Vermonters who would argue about who was smarter, and none of them had graduated high school. I taught them how to write with graffiti, taught them how to read with graffiti, taught them how to listen with the Bible. It was fantastic. I love that. That was really top tier in my life. Uh-oh. What? What's the Stein doing? Is he filling it up with beer? So that's something when you're in live mode, you don't get. Yeah, I had boys. Yeah, I had a bunch of boys. Oh, no, 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 no. No, boys that threw axes, shot bows, and climbed trees and were fucking regular Robin Hoods. Like regular Robin Hoods. Yeah. I had the Green Boys. Oh, wait. That sounds like something from Vermont. Yeah, I had a group of those. I know that's the whole problem with, see, like, here I am. I had Flying Axe Blade. I had 3,000 videos, 500,000 views, and I can't reference. I can't, I can't do that. I can't link back to Flying Axe Blade videos and be all like, hey, this is, I read the entire Bible to a bunch of teen punks and taught them how to throw axes and knives and shoot bows and spray paint and do graffiti and where to do graffiti, where not to do graffiti, how to copy somebody else's graffiti so you could throw up their name. Because $200 for one graffiti sign, right? If you know how to copy that backwards, you can do a lot better copy than trying to copy it forwards because your style's going to come through. But if someone pisses you off in your own neighborhood, you can just go and throw up their tab backwards. I mean, it's forwards to be read, but you write it backwards. And you do that 6 times. That's $1,200. That's their car. You know, like, they can't afford that. And you go do it in stupid places. But anyway, not that we were like that kind of gangsters. We were Bible reading people. And, but I don't see anything wrong with telling people how to take care of enemies either. You know, so like, hey, wow, like that's just part of life nowadays. There's goodness gracious. Yes, I do. I got 30 minutes and 12 minutes worth of beer. Hey, now that's actually a pretty good theory there, DeGrave, because I think that one of Epstein's clones is Elon Musk. And I think that one of Elon Musk's clones is the guy from Facebook whose name I can't recall and I don't care. Um, and I think that's why they increasingly look robotic. Yeah, Zuckerfuck. Yeah. Because they're all of the right age, each one in turn is is old enough to be an actual grown clone. And each one is then going to have what the hell? I just got bit by a spider. Ugh, they love me. These spiders do. Elon Musk is older than Epstein. I just figured each one was groomed differently because Epstein has he's got the charisma to do it. It wasn't just money. He's got charisma. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Right there. Yeah. Epstein, 50s. You take his clone when he's grown at whatever, 17. Then you get Musk. Musk is 48. Wow. Oh, I was masturbating when I was 8, so I mean, so like, it's still possible. Huh. Musk is my peer. 66. Yeah, that's plenty of time. Goodness gracious. Is how old is Zuckerberg? I used to have the video about the fake Saddam, but I could go on and on and on about what I used to have. 35, that's 13 years. That's plenty of time, especially if they're speeding up things. So the thing I don't get about the Epstein thing is that there seems to be one 14-year old and nothing younger, and a few, which I'm going to say can be up to seven, 15-year olds. And then all the other girls were 16 to 17 years old. I don't know if any of you have ever been to a club that was over 21, but there are 70 girls who are 16 to 17 years old who have purposely bought fake IDs and are trying to get into the over 21 club. And then there's 170 girls who are over 18, 18 or over, who are also purposely trying to get in there. And so, uh, trafficking women is bad. Yes. But they really need to not call him a pedo if he wasn't having 10-year-olds on his list. And I have yet to see that he was having people younger than 13 or younger than 14 even on his list. I am not excusing him, but I am saying that Epstein is a distraction away from all the Zogate stuff. And the Zogate stuff is where the real problem is. So the more drama they can get out of Epstein, the easier it is for the public to forget or memory hole the Zogate and all the things that go along with that. The door is not actually a door. People walking headfirst into it. Thunk. Sorry. That's just funny. But I would like to see the Q. Oh, you don't know little Orly Q? Howdy doody do to you. Little Orly had adventures with uh, uh, a bass fiddle. It's from the 40s. So if you know about that, choose an RGB plan. Oh, that's the best part about live streaming. His comments. But okay, so Q, is he a clone of Zuckerberg? That's the question. Now, Q, you're not Mossad because you'd be pissed at me from the first time that you met me because I've dealt with them. You'd be all like, "Oh no, I hate you." You wouldn't have been nice unless they like told you to be nice. That cat was so pissed at me. Oh, it was hilarious. I don't think Q's old enough to be a Zuckerberg clone. I'm just gonna stay up all night and try to find some way to load OVX. Oh, I'm trying to break my computer. Shit. Hey, just a random question. Since I'm live, pardon my throat clearing. It should end in a moment. Anybody else know how to 10 key? Does anybody here know how to 10 key? I mean, like, I don't mean poke. I mean, use your entire hand to 10 key. Uh oh. No, 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 no. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. You're doing. Yeah. Oh, me. Maybe more than that, actually. Oh no! Yeah, well, I've done that in an hour or two. I mean, just now. Sorry. I drank with. I drank high gravity malt liquor 40 in less than 2 minutes. You guys gonna dox me, my fat ass. Yeah, that's a fact. That's an easy fact. But after drinking a case of beer, never woke up and gone to work anyway. Ah. Oh. Goodness gracious. Where are you going? See, now the hard part is getting the dog up here at the same time. Okay. Pup. Pup. Come here. Oh, no. You're not about to get that, are you? Come here, camera shy dog. Come on. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's my underwear ass. But at least we can see him. Turn this way. Turn that way. Okay, I missed something here. Ah! Come up. Oh my goodness. All I did was go pee. You guys all like just kept this going. The high gravity. Okay, so oh, the orb. Now I don't think it's in Adventures Beyond the Underworld. I think it's in their other album. And there's a quote. It's hard to do. Which is, but don't mess with our high gravity. Oh, goodness gracious. So it's not on the one that has little fluffy clouds. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Man, I can't type this direction. I normally only type with my right hand. Da, da, da. Yeah. Well, let's see here. I make. How much money do I make a month? 100, 200, $400 a month is what I make. Plus poison ivy jobs when they come around. Chainsaw jobs when a storm. $400 is what I make a month now. I used to make $1,100 a month. And I saved money. But I pay rent. And I pay a lot of stuff. So 211 rocks. At Todd, I have a question. Was it the 6% label or was it the 8% label? Whoops. Because this have you. Really? Akira was set right now too? Oh, that'd be a fun little thing to do. Do a Akira versus Blade Runner. Yeah. St. Ides. We don't have St. Ides here, but I do know it very well. I used to not drink 211 either. That was just, that's since I've been to here. Backer buckets. Oh, I in Florida, they only had quarts. They didn't have 40s, and it was hurricane. Wee, buddy. Little fluffy clouds. Right on. Good, good, good. Yeah, no, I like St. Ides. Woo! Ah! Click once, get three. Goodness gracious. What I really miss is glass. That's the only reason I buy the larger can is because it weighs my hand down. And that's true. the I really like the glass. And they switched to plastic on a lot of the 40s. Yeah. Oh, Makalaka Fracka. With St. Ides and they had the bombers, the flavored ones, and he used to mix those. Man, what year was that? That was 1997. Makalaka Fracas. Yep. Yeah, Orbitals really, yeah, I really like them. Do you do any Aphex Twin? Oh, no way. Well, that's pretty cool. Donner Summit. Are you in a different country than us? Did I just assume the orb was from England? If it's buffering, it's because I went to go to the bathroom. There's an axe. Your sword. Anyway, uh, we play fetch up here. That's an entire. I have the entire place. Uh, Get a big goal. Sweet. Ah, click once and I get 4 Kodiak. I know Kodiak. That's the thing. Is this is not malt liquor, and it really ticks me off because I really prefer malt liquor. Malt liquor seems to be, how do you say, less dehydrating. So, like, I buy one of these, I drink off the top, fill it up with water, and drink off the top, fill it up with water. Yeah. So it's hydration. But so anyway, I used to dance up here until I figured out that my parents' bedroom was directly underneath my dance floor over there. And that was a major crime because I am used to dancing in the middle of the night because I'm used to being an owl. 2-liter bottles here, 2-liter beer. Yeah. Yeah. Natural habitat of being a prince of the pillows. He got, so if you didn't see the beginning of this stream, cool breeze, peace. If you didn't see the stream beginning, this dog got in trouble with Miss Kelly. And he has taken to protecting himself from her wrath, which is a mile distance, by taking up all of everything that is as far away from that door as possible, which doesn't help me because I used to be able to just send him outdoors. They're like, go outdoors. And now he's all, no, I will get in trouble. And I'm like, you got to get over it, man. Oh, goodness gracious. Uh, that's the problem with it being on the beard is you forget it's there. Yeah. Poor dog. Favorite place to go? Spoiled. Because he kicked up a cubic foot of dirt all over her perfect crystal walkway that she created. He could totally float an air biscuit. I don't know what an air biscuit is, but he could float one. I am positive. What's an air biscuit? I'm all like, hey. I don't know. Oh no, he's on the raw food diet. Nope. No. He sometimes he's got a fart, and that's pretty much whenever he goes over to Miss Kelly's and she gives him dog biscuits. So yeah, no, he's no, and he gets do do do. That's my ass. Gets a soup bone every Thursday. Gets the marrow out, chews it up. There's a billion of those in my room. And that keeps his teeth clean and his breath fresh because I don't like him eating artificial food. No. Like I put up with it because I work with her and she loves to have him around, except for yesterday when she completely fucked up her landscaping. I was like, he doesn't dig. And then I came home and I was all like, oh, wait a second. He chases the mole over there. And there's a mole over here. He chases that one. But I've never seen him do the hole was this big, this this deep. It was really as big as your computer and bigger than that. And it was because it had stormed the day before. It was mud, and it was splattered all along the wall. Oh, that cost me a lot of time this morning. A lot of time. Yeah, he's pretty lethargic. I think part of it is because I'm lazy and he's happy for it. Um, but like I have a dozen uh, racquetballs around, and we go outside. Boom, 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 boom. When he goes to Miss Kelly's and is playing with the other dogs, totally on target. Rottweiler speed, and stuff. Uh, but I think most of it is just that. Oh yay! He's gonna conserve it until he gets it going. Raw ox knees to gnaw on. He's got. I give him. He's got one knee. The soup bones. The reason, because they have that much marrow, and I know that's good. And it's beef marrow. Um, the frozen, and so it takes him a half an hour, which is quite a bit. It's quite a bit of exercise for him, really. Like he's he's got his body tensed up. Generally, he's not relaxed, And then I have this giant knee that he still works on. Maybe it's not a knee, it looks like a knee that he works on. But the soup bones are $4.50 for 2 pounds. And they give him one of them every Thursday. And that's as opposed to a little bone like this big, that big. Um, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Gone. Crunch, crunch, crunch. But those are less than a pound and they cost more than $5. So, and he'll worry these. He'll worry each one of these bones, and they work as balls. He will totally chase one of these little soup bones across the yard. Bounce, 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 bounce. You got to roll it. You can't throw it. You got to roll it. And he'll try to get two in his mouth and bring them both back to me so I can throw them more. He'll try to get the racquetball and a bone and stuff because they're the right size for that. Isn't that right? It's right. So the first duck, duck, goose, three months I had him last year. A 6-inch bone was. I was like, "Where'd you hide it?" I was searching my room. I'm like, I'm there. I'm on the computer. I would look over. I'm all like, "He's doing good. She's doing good. Oh, you got it cracked open. Good job. Where'd you put it?" He's all, yeah, buddy. I like the raw food though. I think it's a whole lot better than the other stuff because I'm in North Carolina, so I see a lot of fat dogs like me, and I want him to not be like me until he's near my age. So 46 divided by 7. He's got a couple of years to go. Yes, you do. He's all hating having the lights on. So like, I don't know how to do this. If I had the light on him from the camera, he would completely not perform. You gotta. I don't ever talk. This, by the way, I don't ever talk. $100 for 27 pounds. I bought 11 pounds of chicken for $9, and that's gonna last just under 3 weeks. 27 bucks, but you have multiple dogs. I gotcha. But he's also eating a lot more than just raw chicken. He gets an egg, he gets spinach. That's in the morning with the chicken. Unless he's going somewhere where they have Scoopy food, uh, kibble. Then I just give him the chicken, and I let the Scoopy food tide him over. And then at night he gets ounces of beef kidney and chicken livers and treats my mom gives him and fish oil. I get a fish oil pill, and stuff. 27 pounds. Does that last you a month? How many dogs do you have? Goodness gracious. When Q, you may not like this part. Oh my goodness, this is twice as big as my dog. Yeah, fish is great. That's why I give him the oil. I'd like to give him real fish, but I kind of don't trust what it costs you more to feed raw. Yeah, it cost me like $55 a month to feed a 55-pound dog. I got you. When we moved here, Q, the concept, because my mom got into it, I was so happy. I was like, Mom, we really need to have a little bunny ranch. Oh, that was so funny. Anyway, she didn't know what it meant, but bunny and duck, and and so I thought we were going to be have duck eggs and bunny fur and meat, and that was going to actually be my source of living, along with landscaping on the side for whoever. It didn't matter. But then we bought this place. Well, I went back to Vermont to help out my uncle move his paper mill. Man, that was awesome. Goodness, I thought I was going to get into paper at that point. I was like, dang, that's a lot of money. Shredded paper is expensive. I mean, like to buy it, but to make it just requires all the machines he has. We're like, wow, I could do that. But the concept was to come down here and buy a plot of land so I could have a duck pond and a bunny farm and make bunny meat and fur and duck eggs with a dog. But that did not happen because I was not here to veto this place, which is a pretty nice place, being across the street from a grocery. Was that was that tinnitus sitting in? Yeah, and that too. Hey, you're all gone. I'm gone. Thank you so much for the people that came out and let me chat, 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 jabber. I needed to do that. I really do not talk to humans ever. Uh, nope, don't get to use my voice. All right, keep it heavy. Wow. Yeah, $150. That's a lot. I wouldn't. I mean, I would have to work harder. I mean, I like my dog, but dang. Like, I have a hard time making $400 a month. I have a hard time doing that. California, 27-pound bag. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that is what I would like to do. There's a Chinese market. There's also Tenequera. That's not how you say it. A Mexican market. The other direction, but they don't have actual. They don't have a butcher there. But there's a Chinese place that's down the way, and I've been told I can get it for like 30 cents a pound, and I would like to do that, but I have not found that place. Can't Google it because it doesn't exist. I don't know, like that makes me want to find it even more. I'm like, I want to find this place. Like, if you're not on Google, you must be fantastic. I'll just wash my hands, and that'll be wonderful. But he eats better than I do, to be straight up honest. I eat maybe He eats it more than a quarter pound of food a day, and he weighs 55 pounds. I weigh 212 pounds, and I eat maybe a half a pound of food. Maybe. So, but we sleep about the same. But when he's on guard, I'm positive he's burning up all kinds of energy. When, like, I take him to my mowing job and I put him on the 30-foot lead, and he's on guard the entire 2 hours that I'm mowing. He's on guard. I don't think he's actually flexing it, but he is very much paying attention as opposed to being asleep. Yes. How he's asleep right now? I don't know. All right. DeGrave, do you get a license for that police? And we are out. Oh, no, not yet. Everything needs a double confirmation. Don't you wish you could get that in, like, how you say in English, court?